Good morning and welcome to our Friday show on the Mark. Nice to see Shaheel back. How's the exams going?
Really tough at the moment.
Yeah? You're going to pass?
Hopefully.
All right.
Hopefully.
Well, let's hope Shaheel passes his exams. He's taken some time out of his studying to help us go through this card. It's quite a tricky card, and hopefully at the end of the day, myself and Shaheel has pointed you in the right direction as far as our selections go. As far as this meeting is concerned, it is quite a tough card. Let's start off with race 1. It's a 1500 meter 0:20. At the risk of repeating myself, 0:20 is always tough to find winners. Once again, not an easy race. If you go through the form of these 0:20 horses, 0:25 horses, one always sort of finishes in front of a horse, and then next time he finishes in front of him. So very, very tough to read the form. Shaheel, I don't know, what do you think? Spun out, he's drawn 1 this time. Coursier Rameshwar's riding well. Like I said, he's got a good draw. He's done pretty well over this trip as well. Would Spun Out be your first choice?
Yeah, I would imagine. He's been pretty consistent this season compared to the other horses in the 0:20. Quite unlucky last time, actually. He had to switch at a crucial moment in the straight. Like you mentioned, Coursier Rameshwar is riding on top of his game. He's drawn 1, so he should have a decent position during the race. So yeah, I would imagine number 4 Spun Out should be the first choice.
Yeah, a horse like Alhamd, like I mentioned earlier on, he's finished a length behind Spun Out, and then that Starsky run, he finished in front of Spun Out. So I think Alhamd, I personally think he's a better horse over 1850. He looked like he was going to win it last time when he hit the front, and typical Alhamd, he just didn't want to go through with it in the end. He looked like a winner, but Machino, I have to say, that was a very weak race and a very, very poor race, but that was in a 25. We're back down to a 20. A horse that I want to mention is probably Cash is King. He's been running in a lot stronger. In fact, the last time he was in a 0:20 was the last time that he won, and he beat Spun Out. So that was a 1600. So tough race to get through. Obviously, Blazing Heart, he's got that poor draw to deal with. Very, very tough race to get through, especially if you are a pick 8 player. You're going to probably try and load as many as possible here, but everything is pointing towards Spun Out in the first race, and I think I'll probably side with Spun Out to beat number 1 Cash is King and number 5 Alhamd. I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about.
Yeah, probably number 8. I'll just touch on Blunderbuss. Actually, last time, his last 2 starts, he hasn't been far off the winner. Even last time, he was a bit intimidated at the 400 meters.
That's right, Joe. You're right, yeah.
So, yeah, Blunderbuss, keep an eye on him. And like you mentioned, Cash is King drops down to the 0:20. He should be right there.
Yeah, I remember actually fencing Blunderbuss last time. Look at that. The drift worried me from 2-1 out to 5-1, but I do agree with you. He was slightly unlucky, and I suppose he must be considered as well, number 8 Blunderbuss, so maybe to fill up our quartet. All right, let's move over to race 2. It's a 1400 meter benchmark 31. Shaheel, you really liked Carlton Heights last week. I liked Inauguration, so I was 1 up on you there. Yeah. This time I'm going to go with Carlton Heights. I see they put the blinkers on. He's got the draw. I don't really like horses that sort of back up week to week, but week from week. But I see they sort of freshening him up quite nicely. I was down at the track the other morning. I did see him. He looked in pretty good condition, Carlton Heights, and all with the blinkers on. I think he must have a big chance.
He must. Yeah, like you mentioned, I was really high on him last week. Like you mentioned to me on the course, he probably wouldn't get an easy lead, which happened actually. He didn't go to the front. But what surprised me that his fighting spirit, the way that he just fight back with Inauguration, that was a really nice thing. I think the blinkers should suit him. He's run with the blinkers back in South Africa, but hasn't performed really well. But he's a much more mature horse now, so definitely sticking with number 4 at Carlton Heights. Okay,
the dangers will probably come from Zen Zero. He's drawn 1, Manuel Nunes. He should have the run of the race, Zen Zero being drawn 1. I would imagine he's probably just going to sit right up behind Carlton Heights. And like I said, he probably have the run of the race. Mysterious Omen, he's also got a little bit of pace. This horse keeps on improving all the time as well, Mysterious Omen. He's got a decent draw. Well, he was drawn 9 last time. He went off to the front and he won a very good race at generous odds. But Mysterious Omen, he looks like his horse that's on the up. Any other horses that you like in the particular race?
Yeah, probably Dark Force. He was pretty impressive over 990 last time out. Listen, probably too good in 0.25. Benchmark 31 should be right up his alley. If he has to overcome the barrier 9, I think he will also try to lead, but I don't think that he has to lead. So if he sits just right behind Carlton Heights, he should be right there to Dark Force.
Yeah, I think it's probably only the draw that that's going to be a bit of a problem for Dark Force. Not an easy horse to ride. Nice to see Darryl Holland back. He's a good rider, and he could probably get him to settle. But selections: Carlton Heights, Zenzero, Mysterious Omen.
It's Carlton Heights, Zenzero, and Dark Force.
Okay. All right, let's move over to race 3. It is a 850 benchmark 36. Terrific run from this horse last time, the Grey Crusader. Have a look at the benchmark he was running in. Both his runs have been in a 41. He drops down to the 36. I like the fact that he's in the 1850. Just go back to his win in South Africa. He absolutely smashed the Jazz Singer by over 7 lengths. And once again, we've seen what the Jazz Singer has done. So this horse is obviously, I reckon he's above average, the Grey Crusader. Drawn 2, another big run expected from him.
Another big run expected from him. Eye-catching run actually last time out. And the thing is, he has shown a lot of pace back in South Africa. He used to be a front runner, so he's drawn 2 tomorrow. It will be very interesting to see if he can try to do the pillar 2 post. Looking at the card, no real front runner possibly there. So really interesting tactics to see how Diego de Gouveia gets out of the gates.
All right, what do you think his dangers will be, Shaheel?
Overdose costed a lot of money last time, didn't he, by finishing 4th. Happy to see Brandon Louis get the ride back. He's won on him before. 1850 right up his alley, his good distance. Overdose to be the main danger probably.
Yeah, I do agree with Shaheel. Overdose, I've written down here, he's been disappointing. He's also been expensive to follow as well. I've always liked this horse. The 1850, he's got good form over this trip. I think it was on International Day.
Yes, we've always checked that.
Was it a 41? I think
41,
he won.
46, I think.
Yeah, he's won in a lot stronger than this. Disappointing run last time. He never really got going. Just sort of stayed a little bit one-paced up that straight. He is obviously a little bit better off with Jama this time. Interesting to note, Jama only picked up a 3-point penalty. I think if you win over 1850, you only get 3-point penalty for winning. So that's not much. It's only 1.5 kilos. I think this horse runs very, very well with Pravesh Haril, and I reckon that this horse, now that he's won a race, he could probably run a very, very good race. Once again, like I said, only 3 points for that win, and he runs well for Pravesh Haril, this horse Jama. So I'm definitely going to put him in my trifecta. End of the day, what about Wordbuster, Black Indy? These horses must have chances as well.
They must have chances as well as number 3, Emar. He looked to be the winner at some stage last time out before Al Sakra just passed him again. So Emar is also a horse that, in my opinion, will appreciate the step up to the 1850. He's drawn 1, so should be in the box seat. Keep an eye on him. Yeah,
Emar has he. Let's have a look here. Where is Emar? The furthest he's won is a 1650. That just worries me a little bit, is the 1850. But at the end of the day, if you take the Grey Crusader out, it's quite open. He's going to be my first choice. I think he's now ready to win the Grey Crusader. The good thing is he's put all those antics of the pens, when he was misbehaving at the pens, he's put that behind him, and he's a lot better behaved. So let's hope the Grey Crusader can pull off the third for us. Right, let's move over to the 4th race, Shaheel. It is a 1450 benchmark 41, and this has been one of my horses to follow. It dawned on me, I think he's been pretty unlucky in his last 2 starts. Well, his second and third start here in Mauritius, especially last time when he finished just over half a length behind from the Ashes. He never had anything go his way. It dawned on me, I'm expecting a big run from this horse. I liked what I saw in the training as well. He's in very, very good form, and I do believe that he's going to run a cracker. Even his penultimate start, he was unlucky that day as well when he finished 1.5 lengths behind Viking Trail, and I do think that it dawned on me he's a big runner in the 4th race. I'm going to make him my first choice. Before I move over to Shaheel, let me just speak about my second and third choice. Definitely Apollo Star. He's run 2 very good races in his last 2 starts. He's run in a 46. He ran second to Sacred Flame. I think his next run back in the 41 is a little bit better, because I really do rate this horse, Viking Trail. I think he's a top horse, and Apollo Star. He's drawn 3. Mr. Ngwane, he's riding very, very well. I do expect a good run from him. And then obviously Good Buddy, he finished just behind It Dawned on Me last time, And I like the way he was ridden last time. I think that's how he likes to be ridden, Good Buddy. Drop him in. He's got a very good kick. I think that the run before that, when they tried to place him, he sort of fell into a hole. He's drawn 9. I would imagine they got no other option but to drop him in. And I think that we can't write off Good Buddy. He's got terrific form early on in his Mauritian career, so he'll be my third choice. Shaheel, first of all, let's talk about my first choice. I don't know, what do you think? It dawned on me. Do you like him?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's a pretty open race. Huh? He did finish in front of Good Buddy last time out, so interesting to see if Good Buddy can reverse that form, which I don't think really, because like you mentioned, it dawned on me has really improved from that last run, because I also seen his gallop. He should be one of the main contenders out here. I agree with Good Buddy. In my opinion, he was too far back last time, and hopefully he can get it a little bit closer this time. Apollo Star promising last 2 against Viking Trail, so rate Viking Trail very strongly in the next race. He should have a massive chance. And a horse that I really like is number 8, actually, Master of Spain. He was in a pretty hot race last time out. Given a little break, blinkers off, drawn 4, he can go well, this horse.
Yeah, okay. I would have thought Clipper Captain had a chance, but that 10 draw puts me off. He was also right there with Good Buddy, and it dawned on me. Yeah. They sort of finished right on top of each other, but obviously the 10 draw, last time he was drawn 1. He's drawn 10 this time, so it's going to be a little bit tougher for him. But end of the day, I'm going to go with Manuel Nunes, and it dawned on me to win the 4th. Right, let's move over to race 5, 1450, benchmark 46. A lot of horses ran behind Vasco Street Tractor last time, and we're going to focus on, I'm going to focus on that form. Obviously, one of my horses to follow, All About the Bass. That was a terrific debut. I thought he was pretty unlucky. He finished just over a length behind Vasco Street Tractor last time. He jumped from gate 9. This time he's going to be a lot better drawn. He's going to be drawn 5 this time with the emergency acceptor Sentido coming out. And All About the Bass, he's made terrific improvement. He's working very, very well. If he doesn't suffer from that second run syndrome, I think he's going to be a big, big runner in the 5th race. I don't know, Shaheel, what do you think about All About the Bass? I don't see any blue ink around his name. Don't you like him?
I mean, it's a pretty tough race, because taking in number 1, 2, 3, All About the Bass, it was a good debut from him, but I just don't know if he's going to suffer from that second run syndrome. And because 1, 2, 3 are proven horses, so I'm going to stick with them. Like we mentioned in the previous race, Viking Trail is a horse that we rate a lot, expected to win last time out. Looks to be a horse that will go on to better things next season. Has been working well. He's in terrific form at the moment. I do believe he'll take a lot of beating, this number 3 Viking Trail. Yeah,
I've got him down as my first choice, Viking Trail. But I do like All About the Bass. It's quite tough to choose between the two, but Viking Trail, you cannot fault his form. Excellent form. 5 runs in Mauritius, 2 wins, 3 places. 2 of those places were very good seconds, very close seconds as well. I thought Shaheel Ayadassen gave him a peach of a ride last time. I think that if he rides him similar, gives him a little bit of a chance, they're going to go quite quick here, I would imagine. Horses like Edge of the Sun, Captain of the Sea, they're going to go quick. It's going to suit Viking Trail, and he's a joint 3-year-old champion. We can't forget that, alongside Good Buddy that's also running earlier. Yeah, exactly. I mean, listen, we all know what happened that day. He was pretty, but still, he has got the honour of saying that he has beaten Rule the Night. But he's obviously a top class horse, and you can't. He has to have a big chance here. Another horse I want to talk about is Dollar Tractor. He worked very well on Tuesday alongside Henry Tudor. Terrific work. I think you can ignore that run last time in the 1500. Ignore it completely. But have a look at his form before that. Smashed Gunston. He's beaten Bye Rocket over the 990. Very close second to Uzo as well. And he's drawn 1. He drops down from a 56 to a 46. Right. So Dollar Tractor, you have to respect Dollar Tractor as well. The Pritam Dabby stable, they've hit a bit of form. And Randall Simons is riding quite nicely as well. So
we gotta respect him, like you mentioned. These dropping classes, I remember last week, Rap Attack. That was a massive dropping class.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, this is where you find winners, Shaheel. I mean, look how Gunston won last time, right. And he beat Gunston easily. And and he has been running in 56 as well. Very good runs in the 56. So Dollar Tractor, a big runner in the 5th.
That's right.
All right, let's move over to the feature race. It's a 990. It's a benchmark 61. Very surprised to see Barrack Street not entered. I don't know why, or I mean, unless he's got a little bit of an issue. But he worked Tuesday. He seemed fine. But no Barrack Street. And I think that's just going to leave the door wide open for number 7, Henry Tudor. He's going to be drawn 6 with the emergency acceptor out. He loves the blinkers. He loves the strip. and I do think that Henry Tudor is going to take quite a lot of beating. If you go through this race, I can't really find a danger, really.
That's quicker than him.
Well, not even quicker than him. I just think that he's the best horse in the race. And what he's proven on his form. You know, he's smashed Barrack Street by 2.5 lengths. I wouldn't say very unlucky, but Barrack Street, the weight turnaround just got the better of Henry Tudor last time. I'm going to bank a Henry Tudor. The dangers has to maybe be the lightweight, Superstitious. He comes in with 52.5. What do you think? Do you think he could upset Henry Tudor?
Yeah, probably, because it is a big jump in class for him, but last time it was such a great race by him. I remember the 400, I was telling my friend that Tesos is gone, but the way that he just flew him on the inside, it was really impressive.
It was a good ride by Shaheel Ayadassen, and he switched to the inside, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I named it the ride of the season for me.
Yeah.
Listen, it was a great race. Hopefully tomorrow from barrier 8 he gets a decent position, and he will finish off very strongly against Henry Tudor, but then again Henry Tudor is going to be up front probably from barrier 6 now. What's also nice about Superstitious is that they've preferred him to Licario, and they both work together on Tuesday morning. So interesting choice by the Amos UDL team there.
Yeah. Okay, well, we don't really know what happened because Licario's emergency accepted, but I suppose he would have had the choice, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine he would have had the choice, yeah. So, yeah, that's an interesting point from Shaheel. Superstitious preferred by the stable instead of Licario. We were talking about horses, if we could go back to last year's form. Chili Con Carne, he did pretty well in over this trip last year, and Purple Tractor as well. Big mistake. I honestly just think that this is going to be hopelessly too short for him. Yeah. Even with the draw, I just think it's going to be too short for Big Mistake. He has run in the 990 before, and he got smashed by Barrack Street. The form line of Henry Tudor stands out with that. So I'm taking a chance. I'm bankering Henry Tudor in all my exotics.
A strong first choice for me too, Henry Tudor, probably the banker in the last.
Okay. All right, before we get to the last, we have to obviously do the 7th race. It's a 1450, it's a 0.25, and another one of my horses to follow, Northern Rebel. I thought it was a terrific run last time in a benchmark 36 where they tried the blinkers and the combination of the blinkers and the tongue tie. They've now got the combination back on. Blinkers, tongue tie, he's drawn 2. Yes, he's always a little bit slow away, this horse. But he's jumping a lot better, and I do believe that if Northern Rebel, even if he's a length or 2 slow away, from that 2 draw, I reckon he's got a big chance here. He's going to be my first choice in a tough race. I have to say, this for me, the 7th race is the toughest race. My value bet on the day is going to be number 9, Silver Song. This horse just keeps on improving with every single run. He's drawn 1. He got beat 9.5 lengths first time, then 4.5, and last time 2.5. So he is improving, and I do think that this horse has got a big chance. He's drawn 1. He could possibly upset them here. Obviously, if you like a horse like Artax, have a look at that run on the 14th of September where Artax finished 4th. He got beat 2 lengths. This horse was just about a half a length behind him, and obviously he's making improvement. He's getting better all the time. So Silver Song, I'm going to make him my value bet of the day. I think I'm going to have a couple of rupees each way on him. And then Artax, he's improved since they've removed the blinkers. Unfortunately, he's got the worst draw of them all.
I agree with you for Northern Rebel. Showed a good turn of it last time to finish 3rd behind Badawi. Looks to appreciate the blinkers, like you mentioned. Happy to see the equipment back on. Hopefully he's not too far back tomorrow with Barry to and Swapnil Rama on board. If he jumps well, he will finish off very strongly Northern Rebel. I like Artax actually. I know he's going to have to overcome the draw, but Eric Nguane, he's been super at the gates. He just pings those gates out, and he just jumped really well. He's been pretty consistent in the 0.25 this year. The inauguration has last week. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. So Artax has to go in, and then Nelson drops to 0.25. He has been running in better company. He's been running 41.36. So it could be interesting to see how Nelson copes in the 0.25 these days.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's actually...
Artax wasn't last week, eh?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I mean, the thing is... That's what I wanted to say, yeah. I mean, it wasn't last week, but saying that, inauguration came out and won again. And that's pretty solid form line, that second to inauguration. Because remember, inauguration did beat Carlton Heights. So, and we do fancy Carlton Heights. So that... Unfortunately, he has got a shocking draw to deal with. So that's probably why I'm going to lean towards a little bit of value as far as Silver Song's concerned, because, like I said, he's only finished half a length behind Artax. This time he's drawn 1. Artax has drawn 10. So I'm going to put Silver Song in front of Artax. Right, let's move over to the last. It's the Track Riders Cup. It's a 990 and it's a 026. And I can't look past number 3. It's him here. Terrific debut when he was backed. He was heavily backed. Last time, solid favourite. He got beat, but I think he got beat by a decent horse. I don't think people know how good this horse, Northern Spy, is. We had a look at his next run. I thought he was very unlucky to lose on that particular. I think was it Cash Call that beat him?
No, the Jazz Singer.
The Jazz
Broke
Singer.
from barrier 10 and still ran.
That's right. Yeah. So and the Jazz Singer is a decent horse. So I can't see it's him. I don't think he'll have any problem with the distance. If you go back, I mean, he did. He ran in a barrier trial over 800, where he ran just behind Wave, and then he has run second in a 1100 to Wave once again, who's a decent horse. So it's him, drawn 3. Banker for me. I don't know if would he be your banker of the day as well?
Sure, yeah. Definitely beaten by a better horse. Not a better horse, but a nice horse in Northern Spy, the son of Pomodoro. Yeah. Interesting thing about It's Him is that they've put the blinkers back on him, and if I'm not mistaken, before he made his debut, he's had 1 or 2 trials with the blinkers, and I think he smashed Cash Call that day with the blinkers. Yeah. So it's not going to be his first time with the blinkers. Definitely, It's Him is a potential bank on the card.
Yeah, I think he's a bank on the day. If we look at sort of I wouldn't say dangers, but if you had to play an exact or a trifecta, would you go Sarah Secret as your second choice?
Yeah, I mean, he's been showing some promise his last 2 starts. Hard to get past It's Him, but if the favorite fluffs his line, probably number 5 Sarah Secret, a horse that you've been following.
Yeah, it would be nice to see Raj Ramdeen back in the winner's enclosure. He's obviously, we all know that myself and Raj have got on for many years, and I love it when Raj wins. Like you say, if something goes wrong with a favourite, when I say something goes wrong, if he doesn't perform on the day, I reckon Sarah Secret has to be the horse to beat. And then Gordonstoun, he barrier trialled on Tuesday with blinkers. He's going to be drawn 7. Hasn't had much luck with draws as was Gordonstoun. Started off his career in Mauritius pretty well. He's been running in 31. He now drops down to the 26, where he'll probably be a little bit more competitive. So Gordonstoun must be, he's probably the 3rd best on paper here. That'll be my trifecta. 3, 5, 2. Anything I see you got? Oh, you like that little grey horse of Amasad Oils? Yeah,
Wendell. He ran a nice third to JJ's captain at a 990 in a benchmark of 31. So if he repeats that kind of performance with a tongue time for the first time, Wendell could be included in the trifecta quartet.
For me, he's a much better horse over 990. I didn't like him in the 14 or the 1450. I think he's going to be a much better performer over the 990. Right, well, that's a wrap. Before we go, let's give our listeners, we've been pretty good. Even while you haven't been here, Raksha and myself, we've been on a little bit of a roll. So let's give a banker and a value bet. What's your banker and your value bet for the day?
I'm going to stick with It's Him as the banker, just not to go with the same as you. So I'm going to go with It's Him, and value bet probably Master of Spain. He's been given a little break, back freshen up, like this Master of Spain.
Okay, great. Well, that's Shaheel's. Mine. I'm going to give 2 bankers. I'm
going to go for the Pritam Devi double.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going It's Him and Henry Tudor to as my 2 bankers of the day, and then I think Silver Song. Keep an eye on this horse. I like that last run behind Mysterious Omen. I don't know. I've got no idea what price he is, so I'm giving him as a value bet. He could even have been backed into favourite already. Who knows? But I'm going to make him a value bet. I think that he could possibly pull off the 7th race for the Pritam Devi stable. Right, that's a wrap. Remember, are you still studying next week?
Yeah, next week I'm not going to be here.
Okay, so I'll be alone next week for our Wednesday show, Jeu de Gallo. I think you might be on the radio tonight, Waza.
Hopefully.
So yeah, if this comes out before 6 this evening, listen to what we have to say on Waza tonight between 6 and 7. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you next week, Wednesday. Goodbye.